What's up, y'all? By the way, I like to sing everything. Good morning, good morning. So like regular words and stuff, I like to just sing it. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Okay, let's get into this. So, good morning. Let's fix this a little bit. Okay, so I was going through my bookshelf and I found this book from, oh my goodness sakes, probably from 15 or 14 years ago, maybe. Yeah. And so I'm laughing my butt off over here. I'm crying because I made best friends with our HR manager a long time ago at this company. I used to work in corporate. So here's the backstory. So I used to work in corporate. My thing is still, sorry, I'm OCD. There we go. I used to work in corporate. This was in 1998. Okay, stick with me because this is important. Back in 1998, I got this corporate job. I was like pumped and I'm fired up, and I'm getting trained and I'm learning how to do the business. You know, it's in a big corporate office in Houston, and my bosses are like training me, and like things are going good. And like I start getting promoted. I'm traveling with one of my bosses. Then I'm traveling with a different boss, and they're showing me the ropes. And by the way, this is before the internets, before I used the internets, okay? I didn't even use email at the time. We didn't use any of that. So, in fact, the funny thing is we faxed, when I first got that job, we faxed all of our reports to our people. Can you imagine? Like I used to spend like the good majority of my day faxing junk to people because that's all we could do. So, stick with me. So, I'm traveling with my boss. I'm learning the ropes. I'm like pumped up. I'm excited, you know. And then the company, I get married within that time. We get pregnant with our first son. And I'm still going. I'm still working, you know, because this girl, she likes it, you know. And then the company files Chapter 11. Wah, wah, wah. They start going through Chapter 11, bankruptcy. And so, mind you, my belly, because I'm pregnant, my belly's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My husband, you know, at the same time is hustling his job. You know, we're newlyweds, right? And, well, I mean, 2 years in, we're newlyweds, right? And having our first baby, we're just trying to get set up, right? We're trying to establish ourselves, and we just got into a new house, you know. We're freaked out because, you know, paying a new mortgage and whatever, right? So I'm pregnant, and then company's going through Chapter 11. So here's what starts happening. Check this out. They start combining, of course, letting go of people left and right, okay? Of course they do, because duh, that's what you gotta lower your expenses somehow. So they start cutting people's jobs, and they're like laying people off left and right, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like people are, like the next day people are gone, and you're like, where did that person go? And everybody's like, oh yeah, they got laid off. So I'm like, I'm about to have a baby. Like I need this job. My husband does not we do not have it covered if I am not working. We both have to be working. So they start piling jobs on people. Oh, instead of just running this area, by the way, Clancy, we're gonna add this area to you, and then this area. So before I knew it, I had the responsibility of like 3 people. What? So I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, so what do? I do what any normal person does. I like try to swim as fast as I can. And I'm going as fast as I can. I'm doing as much as I can. What else you gonna do, right? So fast forward, okay, I'm drowning, basically. I'm drowning. And fast forward, they starting to come out of it a little bit, and the company starts restructuring, reorg. And they start bringing in some people. So finally we're like, oh my gosh, finally we might have, some leadership or whatever. And they start bringing in new bosses and everything. And they start doing our evaluations. Really? You know where this is going, don't you? So they call me in and they're like, yeah, Clancy, you're not really getting it. It's not really working out. You're just not really performing to our expectations. And I'm like, you think? What did you think was gonna happen when I've got the responsibility of 3 people? Like, I just wanted to be like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So they're like, well, we'll give you some time and hopefully you work it out, and we're gonna give you 60 days. So they put me on notice for 60 days to like improve or get out the door, basically. And I was like, okay. So that's when I made best friends with the head of HR. So I go down to HR, or go up. It was upstairs. I'm like, look, what is the deal? Like, for real, y'all got to be kidding me, right? You've combined all of our areas. I've got way more responsibility than one person can handle, unless I'm supposed to work 24 hours a day. This ain't happening. So he introduced me to this book right here. Boom! Get it right now. Stop what you're doing and go get this book. Oh my goodness. Good morning, y'all. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Anita. So he goes, all right, Clancy. He's like, I feel you, because I know, I get it. He was awesome, by the way. And he's like, I get this. I see this. I see the problem. Let's kind of like take a deep breath and let's, why don't you get this book? And then, let's see if things don't improve with, a new boss and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, thank you, person who actually gets me and understands that this is insane. This is insanity. Y'all are dumping all this stuff on people, and then you're like, oh, and you're not performing. Like, no kidding. So anyway, that was the day I read this book, and like seriously, I could speed read it in like 10 minutes, and you probably could too. It's awesome. And the cool thing about this is it reminds me of stuff today. Like, freaking people, we've got to change with the times. This company, like I said, we didn't even use internet at the time, okay? And so, long story short, so I did get a new boss that week, that month, or whatever, and they took back some of the junk they piled on me, and I ended up being super successful. I got an award. They gave me a Rolex watch. No, I'm not kidding. They even engraved my name on the back of it, because they were like, you were awesome, you got the, it was sales and margin award. And so I was like, and then they were like, you're awesome, you're so awesome. I'm like, nothing, I didn't change anything. I just, did the same thing I always do. So I was like cracking up because they're like, oh my gosh, you grew so much and you changed and you're so awesome. I'm like, no, I'm not. You guys finally got your crap together and stopped piling stuff on me and let me actually do my job. So anyway, fast forward, we ended up getting the internet. We started using email, and all the company started changing a lot. Of course they did, right? Anybody who's been with an older company who's been through, a lot of changes and new, email, internet, everything's online now. I mean, no kidding, right? Yeah, we know that. We got it. So this book cracks me up. I'm crying this morning when I'm looking through this again because it took me back. Here's a myth right here. Having cheese makes you happy. No, it doesn't. The more important your cheese is to you, the more you want to hold on to it. Okay, all right. Let's see what the next one is. If you do, this is rich right here. And this is true, you guys. And if we don't do this, hey, Brandy girl, what's up? If you do not change, you become extinct. Now, I told y'all I spent 6 hours faxing reports to people. when I first got that job. 6 hours? It was ridiculous. But that's what we did. And then we got the internet and things changing. So what would you do if you weren't afraid? You got to read this book today. Here we go. Smell the cheese often so you know when it is getting old. Here we go. Movement in a new direction helps you find new cheese. Yes, it does. And when you move beyond your fear, you feel free. Yes, you do. Here we go. Imagining myself enjoying new cheese even before I find it leads me to it. Yes, it does. Guys, times are changing. Companies that have been around 35 years are experiencing this, and I'm crying because I'm talking to a lot of people right now about a company that's been around 35 years. So they've been around when you had to fax people stuff. And now everything's online. And so I get it. Trust me, I get it when I talk to people and they're like, this sounds like something else that we did. And we had to have a big party at our house and we had to invite all our friends. We had to mortgage our friends and and I'm just like, I know you did, because that's how everybody did this, 10 years ago. And so of course you had to sell out all your friends and family, because that's how they did it. And so anyway, it's not like that. This one's my fave. Move with the cheese and enjoy it. Okay? And let me see if there was one more. I think that was the last one. Yeah. So times have changed. And so somebody presents you with something and you're like, oh yeah, I did that back in the day, and I had to invite 25 people over, and I had to pass out forms that were this long and make people fill them out. And I'm just like, I know you did. And it's true. I know that's how it was run before, but it's nothing like that now. And so if you're willing to move past like the old way and move into the 2020, give me a call. Anyway, I know this is so long. I gotta go. I love y'all. Good morning. Tell me good morning. Cheers. What's up? And, hit me up with a message. Call me, write me, email me, fax me. Don't fax me. I don't even have a fax machine. No, I might have a fax machine attached to my printer. Anyway, whatever. You get the idea. Show me some love. Have a killer day. I will smile. I love y'all. Smile at you later.